So yes, this session will be recorded, and this is something that you all will have access to after the fact. So don't worry if you miss something. Um, Great. Rebecca, are you on yet?
I am. Hi.
Okay, great. All right, so I'm going to hand it over to Rebecca to do a first part of this demo. Thanks.
Amazing. Thank you, Christina. And just to echo what Christina just said, thank you all so much for being here with us. Really, you guys are the reason that we are building this product, and we are so excited to show you some of the new things, maybe some things you've already seen, some things you probably haven't seen yet. And we're really excited to hear and answer your questions. So let's dive in. Here, I'll share my screen. Oh, I have to request to share my screen. Now I can. So here we are in Hypernatural. I'm gonna go through, like Christina said, a couple of new features and also some stuff maybe you guys have already seen, but just wanna call it out. First thing, if you haven't checked it all out already, I really recommend going over to Explore. We've made some big updates here. Primarily that now you can explore our extensive AI video library. So you can search for whatever you like. I always like to search for cats. And see all of the different things that are available to get started in Hypernatural. And these are things you can directly use in a video. So you can start from here and this video of a cat will be correctly placed in your video as well. So it's a really great way. One, if there's something in particular that you're looking for. Two, if you're in a writer's block phase, you're looking for something, some inspiration. You can both see all of the stuff that's live in our library. You can also check out everything from the community. So this is all the cat stuff. And then if you find something you particularly like here, this is where you can go in and remix. Maybe you like the style, you like the character, you like the cat, you like that picture. You can go in and remix this video. It'll use that existing video as the beginning of inspiration for the video that you create. And then same creation flow, same way to get started. We'll hold questions to the end. I won't make that video. We'll hold questions for the end. But just to go back quickly to the dashboard, as you may have noticed, we recently split up your creation page, which filled with inspiration, style, characters, and your videos page. One of the new things that you maybe have noticed, we announced it a couple of weeks ago, is characters just got a whole lot better. This is both true for human characters. It's also, for the first time, true for animals and creatures and basically anything you want to make a character out of. If you saw the little video that Christina shared at the beginning, that was me and Christina as Hypernatural characters. You can see we're really focused on making the characters really, really accurate throughout your video, which you're gonna see. Um, just to give you a quick demo of how you go ahead and create a character. Um, I don't know about you guys, but my kids are obsessed with the Labubus. So I figured I would make a Labubu character. We don't even have to describe him. We can just let him be created. And one thing you might be noticing while I'm generating, I'll let our Labubu generate. One thing you might be noticing is now the character has a voice. So this is a brand new feature. You guys are hearing about it for the first time. It is not launched publicly, but we'll show you how to turn it on in your account as well. At some point in this call, we will show you how to turn on all of the stuff that we are showing you today. So everything we're showing you is available to you, but you guys are hearing about it for the first time. So you can see we have our little Labubu. He's described. We could update the description, but I think he turned out pretty good. And then you can see you can assign him a character voice. You can pick from all of our existing character voices. We've added a couple as well. And then I could use Christina's voice, but maybe I just want to go ahead and create my own voice as well. So this is, again, this is another brand new feature launching for the first time to you guys. Nobody else has heard about it. So a really exciting one. Now you can just go in and create your own voice. It's really simple. If you have a file already of yourself talking or of the voice that you want to create, you can just go ahead and upload it. So, if you have your podcast where you really have gotten your voice exactly how you want it to sound, go ahead and upload that. But I can also just go and record my voice right now. So let's see how it works. Live demo. Oh, I am going to allow while visiting the site. Why not? Hello, I'm recording my voice. I can choose to read this or not. I'm using my best microphone to get the best voice possible. I'm also making lots of different voices, like sounding super silly or really angry. I can keep talking, just say anything, just keep going. So we'll start there. I could keep talking. And then you're gonna see we can play it. Hello, I'm recording. That's enough of hearing my own voice. And then it's processing for a second. Oh, I gotta name it. And then it's just gonna generate my voice. It should be really, really fast. And then I can hear how it sounds and we can make our little Labubu me. So you can preview it. You can record again if you feel like it's not quite getting you right. And that's one of the things, just to head off the question I know we're going to get. One of the things that we will keep recommending, depending on how your voice turns out, is, you know, give us more data. Record yourself for longer. Record yourself with the emotion that you want the character to have. Definitely use as high a quality microphone as you can. But I feel pretty good about that. So we're going to create Labubu Rebecca, and we'll go ahead and create the character. Um, so now you might be wondering, okay, like characters have voices, but what does that actually mean in a story? So let's go find out. Let's see. Labubu goes to the zoo and meets a zookeeper. There were a few other animal characters that are already in this demo account that we created, so hopefully that gives us a good little set. I'll use 3D animation for this one. Um, and what you're going to see as the script gets generated is every character, not just Mr. Labubu. Every character we have has a voice. And as we get into making this video, so we've heard a lot of feedback that people like the narrator, but why don't the characters have their own voices? Why are we inserting these he said, she said that the narrator has to say when people are talking? So we're fixing that problem. And the way that we're fixing that is every character, not just Labubu, who should be cast as the Labubu. That's a strange bug. But every character gets to have their own voice. You can see our existing, stock characters have voices as well. Every character deserves the right. And you can play them. Every character deserves. And so now every character, when you go in and select them, you'll be able to hear their individual voice as well. Just to hear how it sounds, let's make sure, yeah, we have some dialogue in there. Um, just to hear how it sounds, we'll generate the video, and then you'll be able to see it's not just the characters all being narrated by the narrator. Now there's actual dialogue in the video. The characters speak with their own voices. So this is now always the point where I tell everybody that our average generation time, as you guys all know, as users, is 30 seconds. But for demos, you never know. For demos, it's that's when it's 5 minutes. That's when there's the outage. So hopefully we won't get one today. Look, there's our little guy. I hope he's gonna sound like me. That's gonna be weird. But hopefully great. And here, I'll just play it quickly. You might notice some things look a little different here too. So Christina's going to tell you all about that. But first, we can just hear. Lababu was so excited. Today was the day. Oh, Christina's narrating the video too.
First stop the monkeys. Lababu loved watching them.
They're so funny.
Next, the mighty lions. Wow, he's so big and loud.
So there's me as the Labubu.
Lababu.
And I named it Lababu. That's why I didn't pick up that it was that was the problem.
That's a great question. Maybe to confuse predators. Uh-oh. Lababu wandered.
So you can see the characters are speaking their own voices with their own emotions. And we didn't catch my spelling mistake, but coming soon on that one. Um, with that, I will, I think, pass it over. Christina, is there anything I missed on that stuff?
No, I think that was it. Oh, I guess just quickly, if you want to go through the my video section now that we've included voices also looks a little different.
Oh, good call. So this page, like Christina said, looks a little bit different. So when you're looking, you have basically all of your video assets up in this section. So we have our characters. We can filter to them. We don't have any custom styles. We should make some in this account. But if you have custom styles, I know a lot of you guys do. They'll be right there. And then our voices, you can see we have both me and Christina as voices. You can add new voices as well. And then not that many videos in the account, so easy to find them. But if we just want to go to our unlikely story of Axel, we can search as well. This is also a place you can go delete videos, which is I know a feature that many folks have wanted for some time as well. So you can filter by characters, filter by style, delete, manage, all that fun stuff. Cool. Well, I'm sure there are going to be questions, but we'll hold questions and I will pass it over to Christina.
All right. Okay, thank you, Rebecca. All right, so as you already got a slight sneak peek of, we have made some changes to the editor, and we are so excited to be launching these changes. I'm most excited because Helena's on the call and she designed this beautiful, beautiful thing, which I think is so much more intuitive. So a couple of things. When you first open up a video, this is where you start off. This is the design. So you have now like scene settings and then global settings for the video. So this right now is the design settings for the entire video. If you go and click on a specific scene, you will then get scene settings. So now you see the stock images that are related to this specific scene. And then you can go and like do the design of this specific scene via this here. The really, really awesome thing is we now have this animate with AI. So you might recognize the swap option. Looks pretty similar to what we had before. You can use some of the library items or you can generate a new image. So this is pretty similar workflow. Our animate with AI was what was originally just like animate this scene. It's like the little video icon. You now have more control over how you animate a specific scene. So you go in here, you can actually change the prompt before you click animate. So I'm not going to pick this one. I'm going to pick this guy. I can just click animate if I like. And, if you're going for like really fast, go for it. And you're just going to trust the prompt by all means. But if you want to wait for the prompt and make some changes, you have here a clownfish gracefully swims through the vibrant coral reef, bubbles rising around him. I'm gonna say like while telling a joke. So that way there's like some dialogue going on here, right? So it looks like the fish is talking. So we're gonna animate this. And while we do that, I'm gonna keep covering some of our other settings. So as I mentioned here, these are the scene settings. This is our library. I think should look pretty similar to what our library has looked like in the past. You can filter here by VO3 library items. You can go and select a specific character. You can search. We love searching for cats. So you can search for cats and you can filter by style. So there are a lot of things that you can do here to check out a library item if you don't feel like, you know, if there's a stock scene that you're like, I just need something here that looks like a bunch of people or something pretty generic, and you don't want to animate that scene or pay the extra amount to animate that scene, the library is always a really, really good option. Here you have your generated images. So as you can see, these are all the images that Rebecca just generated of the Labubu. So anything that's been generated will be here, images or videos. And then we don't have many videos in this account yet. And then our uploaded items. So here's where all your uploaded media would show up. And again, you can use the search engine here. if we had cats, because we probably will at some point. That's what we would be looking for. And then again, our design section up here, here's where you would do the pan and zoom. So this kind of looks a little different from what it looked like before, and I hope this actually feels a lot easier to understand. You can manage the speed of how a specific image is moving. So, no.
Norman swims up to Axel's cave.
Right, so right now it's kind of panning left. If I want to go cinematic,
His heart pounding.
kind of zoom out. I can make it go faster.
Norman swims up to Axel's cave.
I can
His
make it
heart
go
pounding.
really slow.
Hello, Axel. Norman swims up to Axel's
Yeah,
cave.
I might actually shut that off. But kind of just to give a sense of how you can control the pan and zoom here. Um, okay, so those are all of our design options for a scene. I'm gonna go and watch now since we've animated this little guy.
Well, Axel, I have a joke for you. If you must. Why don't Simon?
So as you can see, it looks like he's smirking a little bit, telling a little bit of a joke. I got to control that a little bit better. And I also got to move around and do some other stuff while I waited for that animation to take place. So we can try that a couple more times just so we can see what these animations look like. I haven't
The faintest idea,
the most unbothered guy.
nor the slightest interest.
Because
Okay, so we want to animate this. White board. I just want to add, a little bit more detail. So we're going to animate that. Now, while we wait for that to animate, let's go back to our settings. So as you can see, the bottom looks different. So the script has moved. We are now, if you come here, you can go and edit the script. You will see who your characters are. And then this section looks very similar to what you are all used to. You can go ahead and delete a scene here, make changes to the narration or the dialogue, and then go through the regeneration process. This looks pretty much the same to what we have at the moment. Similarly, and I'm gonna cover this because I think I get this question a good amount. If you just need to, change what the size of a scene is, don't go through the regeneration process. You can do that the same way we've always done that, which is you come down here, we're gonna open up these scenes, and I can just move this around, and that'll make that scene longer. So the word line works exactly the same. It's just a little bit more compressed, so that it's not taking up so much space, and you can see more of those images at once. All right, so that's our script. Now we're going to go down to audio. Again, these are our global settings. Here you have the narrator that you can change. And this again is the same modal that we've seen in the past, where you regenerate audio, you select a new narrator, and then you can regenerate here. One of the things that is to come is selecting the voices of the people in case you want to change that, but this would only change the narrator voice. It's not going to change the character voice. And then we have voiceover speed, voiceover volume, and then again, you can upload your audio. So this section kind of looks similar to the audio section that we've had in the past. And going back to scene settings, so we have global caption settings. We have also scene settings at the for captions. You can make captions for a specific scene, smaller, bigger, different. You can hide them, etc. So that you would come here, you click on the scene, and this is where you get this design setting. And then similarly, the transitions here for how these slides fade in and out. So I hope that's a little bit more clear. Essentially, if you're not selected on a specific scene, you're looking at your global settings. If you are selecting a specific scene, you are now looking at your scene settings. So that is just the rule of the game at this point. This is how we've aligned on keeping these settings a little bit more clean. I think if you remember, we used to have like some global settings over here, some scene settings over here. So this has just really streamlined how we can access global and scene settings. Now let's go back and look at Axel's video. You'll watch. And there Axel is very mostly unbothered.
Haven't the faintest idea, nor the slightest interest.
Because they make up everything.
Okay, I went through that kind of quickly, but I can back up and go through something else. Rebecca, is there anything else that I should be covering here?
I think you got it. I think we could turn it over to Q&A.
Okay. Oh, one thing to highlight, and I hope that was obvious through this video. I know we haven't actually watched it, but we're always testing new models. And one of the things that we've been doing is trying to get our animations to look a lot better, meaning our 3D animation models. So I hope that you can tell that
Skills at Norman, unblinking.
this is an improvement
How about
on our 3D animation model. And like our animation styles are just increasingly better. So that's been really, really fun to see as we've been evaluating new models. Okay.
Oh, one last thing, which we may have mentioned. So, like, if you go into a scene where you already animated it, and you try to animate it again, you'll notice that. So, I think this one is
Yeah.
yeah, that one. So you'll notice that the reanimation is 0 credits. And that's because we know that sometimes, the model gets it wrong. And we want to make sure that you are able to get, the best animation possible as much of the time as possible. So you have a limited number of 0 credit reanimations per day. I think it's 10, but we just want to make sure that's the reason we did it is we want to make sure that you're getting the best thing possible. So that's one thing to notice too.
Okay. I think someone raised their hand. So I'm going to try to go through some of these questions in the Q&A. Um, but if someone, I don't remember who it was that raised their hand, but if they want to be as bold enough to just say it out loud, go for it.
I raised my hand.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, okay, when you get to if you have to change the script a little bit, go in and tweak it a little bit, do you only can you only there you go. Can you only do like in scene 8, you want to change a couple things in there? Do you have to save it afterwards before you go to scene 10 and do some more editing?
No,
Or can
you
you
should.
do all
And I would recommend not doing that. I would recommend making as many of your edits as possible before regenerating the audio. So every time that you regenerate audio, we're not just regenerating that part of the audio, we are regenerating the entire track. So
Right. And I did that the other night. I was trying to figure that out. And every time I did the whole script, like edited the whole script, I'd go down to save it and it would um did I save it? It wouldn't edit every single one. That's why I was curious. It wouldn't edit it. I'd go back and it would have the same words in it as it did prior.
okay, yeah. Well, how about you just like email us that and we'll take a closer look so I can take a look at that specific scene.
Okay. Okay. All right. And then what does when you go into your profile, if it says you have 2 days to fresh, I think it was, what did it say? Fresh refresh. You have 2 days to refresh. What does that mean?
That means that your subscription is renewing in 2 days.
Oh, gotcha.
So
Okay.
that's when your credits will refresh.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's it.
Okay. I see Elaine.
I have two questions. One is I heard Rebecca say something about you can go back and look at images of cats by putting a search in for cats, but then you can additionally look at cats that were made in the community.
Yeah.
So, if I understood that correctly, does that mean that our images become public then?
Oh, I see. No, they are not public. So I think, yeah, our Explore page, I think we're talking about the library. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. For the library images, we go and vet images that get added into library. Actually, Rebecca, I don't know if any and all images get added. I don't think that's true.
So once you're on a paid plan, everything in your account is 100% private. So nothing that you make if you're a paying subscriber ever will show up on this page unless you want it to. So if you are in the export flow, which Christine you could flash it up to, you have an option of
Oh,
choosing
yeah.
the visibility settings of your video. And by default, it is unlisted, meaning nobody can see it unless you share the link with them. You can make it private, meaning nobody could ever see it. Um, but if it's unlisted or private, it won't show up. Nothing in the video will ever show up on in the Explore page. And anything you generate, like any image that you generate, wouldn't show up in the image library anyway.
Okay, thanks. Um, I think that for those of us who are in the Creator Rewards program, the concern would be lots of people using the same image. So I think for just for the point, the sake of TikTok never saying our stuff is not original, right? If the same image gets used over, I think that's why some of us kind of stay away from the VO3 library for fear that the same thing will show over and over again. Anyway, that was my concern. So my second question is, I have had some difficulty overcoming some of the hard coding that happens, and it's nobody's fault. It's just what happens. Like when a word has the word fly in it. Like I was trying to make a video for my son-in-law about stone flies, and but I was saying stonefly nymph. And it was just continuing to generate this animal with wings because the fly was in it. The word fly was in it. So I was just wondering if you can give us some help about how do we get around hard coding like that?
Okay. Well, I mean,
I thought I lost you there.
no, 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 no. I'm just thinking. Um, I think maybe the best way to answer this question is similar to like the most upvoted question on here is what's the best way to create a style that keeps race consistent?
Mhm.
And we get this question a lot too. So there's, I think a lot of assumptions being made around if you put in a certain word, what will happen and what gets overridden. And my recommendation in those situations is to always make sure you are being very thoughtful about what's coming out of this place. So like best way to create a style that keeps erase, for instance, I'm gonna just try to answer both of these at the same time. I might not recommend a style for that. I think you can find a style that maybe helps fit the style of what you're looking for, but if the goal is to keep race consistent, I would actually, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna just pick this just so we can kind of like be looking at something while we're talking about this. Um, I would be very thoughtful about what these descriptions are saying here. And part of why we've also put forward like the animation prompt is for the same reason, is that like that prompt for that specific scene matters a good amount. Of course, they're all the scenes are like related to one another, so it's still like picking up from the other scenes, but just being very thoughtful about what's being shown here in the descriptions of a scene is going to be the most helpful thing. Like this is the best place to first review before having to generate and then being like, oh no, why why did it do this or this or this? So and I know like sometimes it's just easy to go through, right? You want the flow to be fast, but I think if you have a very specific thing in mind, and there's a good chance that the AI could pick it up as something totally different or add wings because you've said fly, reviewing the scene descriptions here is the best way to mitigate that issue.
Okay, thank you.
And same for the question about keeping race consistent. And I get this question a good amount. I think it's about going back into these and just like adding like as much description as possible in terms of what it is that you're looking for in that scene.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And oh, a lot of hands raised. Okay. Um, I don't know who raised their hands first. I think Patrice, I feel like has had their hand
Yeah,
raised for a while.
it's me. Thank you. I've got a couple of questions. Today, I made this really intricate video, put in an AI generated image of a guy, animated him. I went to another screen to work on something else. I came back, everything had reverted back. Was there something that I should have done? Because I had to go back and insert him again and regenerate him.
I think so. It would be hard for me to answer that question without seeing the exact video. So if you could send us also an email and kind of just like give me that detailed information, I can go through that for you. Um, Off the top of my head, I don't know why that would happen.
Yeah, that was a first for me because I had changed some of the images before.
Yeah.
There's no save button, so I figured, once that image gets in there, it's saved.
Although, so one thing I would try if this happens again, um, so I'm going to go back into this, and this obviously, I mean, if you guys turn on the new editor, then this is what it will look like for you. But uh, let me, but this is also available in the current editor. If you We're going to go to the swap button, right? That's what it is right now. It's like if you click swap in the current editor and then browse more, you'll find this. You'll find your generated images. So sometimes if it doesn't replace, it might still be in this section, like where the generated images are. So I would double check here before you try to generate a new image, um, just to make sure that it's not actually in here. Rebecca, I think you were going to add something.
Yeah, the only other thing I would add is every now and then there's an issue that we've been tracking where if you press the back button and then press the forward button, the images sort of like revert back for a second to an old version. But if
Okay.
you refresh the page, it'll go back to being your it should go back to being whatever the most recent version is with all of your most recent edits. So that's the only other thing to try, which I know is a basic one, which is just like if it looks like the images somehow got reset to older images, like just try refreshing the page and it might fix it.
Okay, because this was one that I uploaded myself. It wasn't a part of the stock images or anything like that. Was it?
Even then, like Christina said, if you send us an email with the exact case, we can take a look at it. But even then, I would say trying to refresh is a good first option because we've seen that issue sporadically.
Oh, okay. The other question is when I do my own uploaded images, they, in my mind, I thought they would match the style and they don't. So I've got all of these images that are kind of mismatched within the style, but they don't look the same. So do I need to regenerate in order to have it all be cohesive, or is there no way to do that?
I'm so sorry. Can you repeat your question, or Rebecca, if you have an answer for that? I was just like going through the questions.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a.
I
Oh,
made a,
sorry.
if
Go
I
ahead.
make a video in photographic, and then I go and grab a image from somewhere and bring it in, let's say of an individual, and upload it, insert it into my video, it's one of the images. It doesn't necessarily match the photographic, I'm sorry.
Oh, I see. Yes. So that is not something that we currently support. So if you upload
Okay.
the image, it won't like adapt to the style of the image. Um, I guess I would potentially recommend maybe trying to like create an image that looks like that image, and then that'll like if we go to swap, generate new, you can try to generate an image that more so looks like that image. But I also understand that when you are uploading images, it's because you're looking for something pretty exact.
Yeah, usually that's my first go-to is to find another image with those three
Yeah.
um, images in there. And if they don't match, I have to go to the stock or something else. My
Yeah.
last effort is to upload one.
Yeah. So this is different from the library. If you go here and then generate new, you can actually generate like put in the whatever prompt you want to generate a totally new image. So this,
Okay.
I mean, has a cost associated with it,
Right.
but possibly that could help in
Okay.
those situations.
Okay. And I had emailed this problem, but I didn't quite understand the answer. But on mispronunciations of where the emphasis is in a certain word or it's mispronouncing the name of a city, how do I change that? And the answer was to change it in the text, but
Yeah.
I in the text of the script
Yes, so you would change that here and write it in like the way a word is
phonetically.
pronounced, yeah, phonetically.
Uh-huh.
You would then save it and re so it would save and regenerate. And then
Mhm.
you would come back here and change the spelling back to the original spelling. So that'll make sure
Gotcha.
the transcription looks right, but the pronunciation is the way you wanted it to be pronounced.
Okay, so save it first and then go back and correct
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I'm going to try to go through some of the Q&A questions. Some of these are pretty quick. Um, will there soon be a way to organize your videos? While this is not like our top priorities, we've just like launched a search and we're like working on a few other things. This is definitely something that we've considered as other ways to organize videos. I think we've talked about tags, etc., but this is good feedback for us to have that like, there's maybe still some work there to be done as you all are creating a ton of content these days. But as of right now, we don't have exact plans for this, but this is helpful information. So thank you, Heather. Um, will the new sidebar options menu be similar to the mobile app menu? That is a great question. So we have shared the new editor. It is available in our profile settings. We are still working on the mobile app, so that soon will be soon launched. We are making edits. There will be like an interim solution there, but it's not going to look exactly like the current editor or this version of the editor. So it is coming, but the desktop version will look like this first, and then soon follows the mobile version. Um, and then will there be an option to search for already uploaded images? So this is, if we go here, we don't even have to swap, but if we go to uploaded, you can actually search your uploaded images here. So whatever you've uploaded, there is a search bar here. Obviously, this is dependent on what it is that you're naming your uploaded images. So that is what you would search by. But again, to that feedback earlier, we hear that like there are some things that you all would like in terms of improving organization and searchability. So thanks. And specify the number of scenes up front. Soon, possibly. Okay, so then we also have a ton of hands raised. I want to make sure I'm like juggling between both. Um, great. Jay,
Hi.
hello.
So, you did kind of answer one of them already, but as far as like organizing our uploaded images or being able to create folders for them, a lot of us have multiple pages with different subjects. So, if I want to use an image that I've uploaded, but it might be an image that I uploaded a week ago. I am digging and digging and digging and scrolling, trying to find that picture.
Yeah.
So, is that maybe an option that you guys either have or coming up with soon to be able to organize and even or delete old uploaded images that we put in there?
Okay, I don't think I can do that in here, but Rebecca, did we do delete is an option now. You can delete an uploaded image.
Oh,
I
we
think
can.
I think that's true.
Yes, I think if you
You
hover
can,
over it, let me just let me add an image. Oh, maybe not in this one, but I think in the old editor. I,
yeah, so you can delete an image. There's if you have it uploaded, there's a little X, or there should be a little X on top of it.
yes, and we'll make
Okay.
sure that gets added to this here too. So,
Yes, but it should be in it should be in the new editor already.
Okay. And then I heard you say earlier that we can also delete old videos, but I did not see you do that process. Can you show that again?
yes, so we're gonna go into my videos. I'm gonna delete this recruiting one. Uh, sorry, there are a lot of things currently on my screen. Okay. All right. And then it's just delete
Oh,
video. And that'll be, are you unsure? There is no undo. So just do be careful when you do this. There is a
okay.
question in there about an undo. We have not, there is no undo yet. So there are a lot of ways that you can get back the stuff that you've done in terms of like, if you removed an image, it'll be in the uploaded or the generated, but there is no undo for a lot of these actions. So just be thoughtful.
Okay. So, okay. I guess that's all I had for now. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you. Um, right. I don't know if this is showing me in order of the people who raised their hands first, but I have Priyanka next on my list.
Hi, I have a question regarding to the Explorer. You just mentioned that, so there is, of course, I went there and like searched for the character. I was looking for it. Now I watched the video. My question is, can I download all those picture or character over there to my library? Because tr if yes, how? Because I tried to do it, but like, I tried to save it and like, try to do it, but I couldn't find that images after.
Sorry, so you mean a video, like a
Just,
specific
yeah,
video?
any like, if you search for any specific character in right now, for example, yeah.
So,
So
sorry,
watch the video an option and the bottom is saying share and whatever the other options it give you.
are we talking about one of these stock scenes, or do you mean like a video made from the community?
The pre-made videos, yes.
These, okay. Got it. So in this, the most we can do here is remix. So this is the
Hmm.
option where you can take one and then make a remix version similar to the video. We currently don't have an option to download existing community videos, but the option would be here to like remix the existing video.
No, so I'm not trying to remix this video. I'm just trying to use those image from there to use it to my own script. So like, there's whatever the water, like, the image of or the
Oh, I see,
some
like a specific image in here.
yes, yes. So
Got
like,
it. Okay.
just mhm.
My suggestion in that situation would not be to go through that video then. I would search the library. So if you're in a specific video, um, I would
Yeah,
then
those are not coming up there, and I just happened to see it on the videos, and I was like, oh, this is I can use it for my
I
script.
see. No, then if it's not in the library, I don't think there is a way to do that right now, but that is
Okay.
good feedback. Yeah, I think that's something we can
Hmm.
consider.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Priyanka. Okay. Let me, Amy.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Um, I did ask questions in the Q&A, but I'll ask it again and you can just ignore it when you get there. I sometimes create an 8-second video in Gemini and it creates a VO3 video and it has some narration on it. And I'll try to insert it like as an introductory video as my first scene, but it won't play in its entirety unless you have narration on that scene. And
Mhm.
there's no way to delete the narration and have that 8-second video play unless there's narration there. And I tried so many different ways. I put gobbledygook in there and then said hide it, and it read the gobbledygook, and I couldn't hear what my video actually said. So is there any future help in that area?
I think this is a request we've gotten many times, so I'm sure we will try to figure out a solution for. I mean, specifically, what we get is people who want to insert a scene and like it doesn't say anything, right? And it's like just a blank scene of like words or it's an intro, etc. But this is something we've heard before. We don't have an exact timeline for when we would do something like this. And nor have we come up with the exact solution, but that is to say you are heard and it is listed somewhere on our roadmap as something we want to figure out.
Like to say no narration
Yeah.
and have it still play in its 8-second entirety. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for hearing me. I appreciate it.
Okay, I'm gonna do, okay, I think I've answered a good amount of these, but okay. Bill.
Hi, I have a lot of crowd scenes in the videos that I generate, and I need a lot of those scenes to be of one ethnicity or another. And so there's a lot, I have that information a lot of times in the script. And then when I hit the right arrow and it gives the narration descriptions, I'll add it in there too as adjectives to say this is the ethnicity that I want, but then I go to create the video and the crowd scenes will not be of that ethnicity. It's like it doesn't always take what's in the script and what's in the narration
I love
and
you.
cohesively give me images throughout. And I had to go through different scenes that and then try to change the adjectives in those scenes and generate a new image. It's costing me, additional credit every time I have to do that.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I mean, I think it's unfortunately, I don't know that we have anything else other than making sure that you're editing them and or generating new scenes and playing uh with the prompt of the new generation. But I mean, I hear that this is also something that we're pretty aware of as, we're thinking
Yeah,
about
it just
evaluating
seems like
prompts.
the AI needs to learn how to comprehend what's in there before as it's generating the video and making the images, and it's not quite doing that.
Yeah.
But the other thing that happens is when I am generating a new scene and I use the photographic, the scene won't be, and I'll just add like a descriptive word in there to describe the type of people that I want and not change anything else. And the scene won't be as dynamic or as
Mhm.
clear or match the rest, quite doesn't quite match the rest of the video like it did originally when it was originally generated.
I see. Okay. I mean, I would
Does
say
that make sense?
yes, no, that definitely makes sense. I know what you mean. Two things. One, when those things happen, please do share them with us. It's important we like have that, those use cases. Two, I would say try out the new editor and see if playing with the new animation prompts here and like the new generation prompts here help with some of that. I
Yeah, I'll try that out. I toggled on the new editor a few minutes ago and it's not showing up. And I logged out, logged back in, and it's still not showing up.
Okay, yeah,
So
we'll look into that. That's not great. So thank you for flagging that for sure. We will share that back with the team.
okay,
Yeah, awesome. Thanks,
that's
Bill.
all I have.
Thank you, Bill. All right. Oh, Ben asked a question about regenerating all images on a video. Yes, we know. So right now, if you regenerate all the images on a video because you're changing the style or you just want to regenerate all the images, the credit cost of that is not showing there. That is something we're aware of and we're going to get to fixing that. So thanks, Ben. In terms of the limit to number of voices that can be saved, custom voices, now that we've launched those, this is dependent on the subscription level that you're in. I don't remember those off of the top of my head, but we will be updating our pricing to include the voices, the voices that you can add, the custom voices you can add. Okay, we still have a few hands up. I'm gonna try to get through these as quickly as possible, but only have a few minutes. So, Melissa, if we can try to limit to one question, that'd be great. Melissa?
I think you're on mute.
Okay, we're gonna skip Melissa for now. Linda.
Hi.
Hello.
I have a question. I'm really excited though about all this that's coming out, but I am really having a difficult time logging in on my computer. I keep getting an error message, and I've sent emails to help at hypernatural.ai, and I've yet to get an answer. But I get a code that says, sorry, that code has expired. And I will even try click here to log in if it's easier, but I cannot get in on my computer. Is there a reason for that?
It is very likely that you might have accidentally deleted your account. But that's okay. I can help you out. So I will look, Linda Jansen. I will look for your name and make sure we get you access. I'll look for that email.
Well,
Sorry about that.
it would be under influencingangel@gmail.com.
Okay. Yep.
Uh, but if you could help me, I definitely would appreciate it. I'm
Yeah.
sending you another email right now.
Okay. Yeah. I'll take a look at that. Sorry about that, Linda. Thanks.
Okay, question. If I have deleted my account, how come I'm still able to get it on my phone and my tablet?
I'm also assuming that possibly you're logged into something different, like as in if you're on your phone or tablet, if it's a Mac or an iPhone, if it's an iPad or an iPhone, there's a good chance you may have started that subscription using a private relay account, which means that it's a different email address from the one that you're accessing on your desktop. But this is just me assuming just based off of what I tend to see. I will look into the details of this and get back to you, if that is the reason. But that's probably what's happening.
Okay, then. Thank you so much.
Um, okay. We have about 5 minutes left, so I think I'm gonna be able to get to like two more questions. Dan.
I appreciate you. Thank you. So it's actually when I asked about the undo, it's just a suggestion since there's no undo button.
Yeah,
When we upload a video in and swap out something, would it be possible when we go to like look at what was the options that you can reload the images that were there before? Because right now it deletes them for us to look at them after we uploaded something into that spot.
I see. So
Does that make sense?
yes, yes. I think, I mean, if I'm not wrong, I mean, it's kind of, I can understand that sometimes it's a pain to go through this list. But again, if you go through the generated and then if you select images or videos, so right, these are the only two videos I've generated in this demo account. If I remove one of those from here, I can still go back and find this generated image or generated video here. And obviously, there's a lot of generated content because if you're making a ton of videos, but that would be my suggestion. Like if you lose a generated image or video because you've replaced it with an uploaded item or you've generated something new and you didn't love it and you want to go back to the old, look in the generated section for generated images and videos, and you should be able to locate your prior generation here.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah, awesome. Okay. Um, Amy Files. All right. I'm gonna one more. Teresa.
Yep. So there was when I first joined, there was a menu that showed how many credits it costs all on like one page. Like it was, is there can I get to a menu that shows you every single like a video and a script and
Oh, yes, I know what you mean. It
do you
used to
know
be
what
in the
I mean?
pricing modal, right, Rebecca? That used to be.
Yes, it recently did. Thank you for flagging it. I think you or somebody else flagged it in the chat. I already sent a message to our team. We will get that back in there. It disappeared
Oh, okay.
in a
Okay.
change that was not intended to disappear it. So coming
Okay.
soon.
I'm not crazy then. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I think we have time for one more. Let me. Melissa, are you on yet? Melissa Wan?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, Melissa, go for it.
Yeah, I was wondering, sometimes I like to take an animated video, and I would like to take that one animated video and extend it out my entire script. And I've tried different ways of doing transitions, no transitions, fades, to try to get that smooth from one scene to the next scene with starting, say if I had that animated video, say like just like a waterfall, moving waterfall or whatever, the whole 60 seconds. Is there a way that, because if I do it and I just like put that into each scene and then I try to do no transition or slow transition, I've tried multiple different ways, you still get that glitchiness. Is there any way to do like a loop, like a smooth loop on one video that transitions smoothly from start to finish?
That is a new question. I have not gotten that one yet, so I don't know that there's like a smooth transition option. But I mean, my initial thought is, I guess like maybe uploading an like a slow waterfall type of image that is 60 seconds long, would allow you to use that for the entire 60 seconds. We don't we don't offer animations that are 60 seconds long, so that already creates an issue for that specific use case. Um, yeah, I don't know that there is another better solution for that. Rebecca, no?
No, that was my thought too. If you upload a longer animation and then use that animation as one continuous scene, that would work. But
How do I
extending animations isn't something we have now. It's on our list, but not at the moment.
So if I had a 60-second animation video, how do I put that into each scene
Yeah, so what
without
you
being glitchy?
Yeah, so what you would do is just remove the scenes. So you could do that by dragging the little scene marker, and you could drag it all the way as long as you wanted over as many scenes as you wanted.
Oh,
Um,
I didn't know that was an option.
there you go. So yeah, so that would then it would remove. It's a little bit of a confusing word because it would remove the scene markers.
Yeah,
All that means is it would apply whatever is the animation from the scene that you're sort of dragging over the other
previous.
scenes. It would apply
Okay.
that. Yeah.
Oh, that's good info. Thank you.
So now this is longer. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so we are at time. I know we have a lot of unanswered questions. Thank you all so much for joining us today. We will download the questions and we will try as much as possible to get to some of the ones that seem to be related and or uh, just similar. Um, Goodness, what am I sharing now? Okay. Um, but that is all for our time today. What is this? Yeah, our little guy, our little TV boy. Um, okay, so yeah, thank you all so much for joining us today. Yeah, you'll see a little bit of a survey at the end of this, so please do answer that. It'll help us determine what comes next and if we continue doing these, what the topics will look like and what the structure will look like. So yeah, thank you all so much for being here and have a wonderful night.
Thank you,
Thank
ladies.
you all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.